You are listening to a Cult Talk Network podcast. Grab your boomstick and fire up the Delta. It's time for ACTION. Join the Cult of Campbell. Groovy.
And if you're lucky a little later, I'll let you play with my boomstick.
Welcome, everyone, to Cult of Campbell. I'm Ty.
I'm Eric.
And we hope you had a very happy New Year and, of course, a very Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
We're up here on January 1st, Eric.
That's right. We're starting the year off right.
Yeah, doing the Lord's work. Podcast about Bruce Campbell.
Doing the King's work.
The King's work. Out here talking Bruce on January 1st. And as we've done every year since the beginning, you and I have made a point to do the year-end review. This is our third one.
Wow.
Our third Cult of Campbell year-end review.
3 years.
3 years we've done this. We're coming up on the 3-year anniversary for Cult of Campbell.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
that's pretty interesting.
That really is. Wow. You know, the third year is the charm.
It's wild. A lot of stuff happened in 2023. I mean, we took kind of a little more lax schedule for Cult of Campbell in 2023. We had a lot of stuff cooking. You know, you're working on Cultober. I'm working on Cult Talk Conspiracy.
Yep.
Cultober ate up like all of our time and energy last year.
We went so hard for Cultober. Good Lord.
A little too hard in the paint.
Yeah.
I was feeling it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
I listened back to our Christmas episodes. I was talking to Mike about this. I was like, man, like the gift exchange is like, we didn't have that much energy as we did last year. Man. And I was like, I think it's because Cultober like zapped us.
We just fried ourselves.
Every ounce of it. It just burned us all out. I could really tell in the gift exchange part 2. I was like, man, you could just tell we were fried in that one.
Yeah.
Not in a good way either. We were just legit.
Yeah, not the fun kind of fried. Yeah.
Not the fun kind of fried. We were just burnt out. That was something. I do not plan on taking another swing at Cultober in that manner again.
Just in that volume. Because I think it was
I do not.
This time last year that we were starting to work on it.
Oh my God, yeah. We were like working last year in December.
Yeah.
On shit for October. And I would tell my podcasting friends about that. And they were all like, that's crazy. And I'm like, better than wait until the end of the year.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Even then, as much planning as we put forth, it still felt like we were like just on our back foot.
Yes, it really did. Through. Boy, we took a big bite. That was almost too much to chew, but we did it.
It was. Yeah. We survived.
We did. We did.
But I do not plan on doing that again. Taking another task on that size. Cult of Campbell, though, it was a big year for us. 2023. We celebrated our 2-year anniversary. And that is crazy. 2 years of not just Cult of Campbell, but 2 years of Cult Talk Net. That's the fun thing about Cult of Campbell is it does mark the birth of the network.
Yes.
That has spawned Cult of Lore, Cult Talk Conspiracy, American Pie Slices, Cultober, all the shit we do.
Yeah.
It all spawned from us talking about Bruce Campbell. It's wild. It still baffles me.
Oh, yeah.
It still baffles me. That's how it all began. That'll be our origin story. Bruce Campbell is just inherently rooted in the Cult Talk Net lore. We kicked off last year. We talked about Evil Dead Rise, of course, was 2023's big event.
Yep.
The return of that iconic franchise in 2023. It is crazy to me that franchise is still living on today.
I know. It really is. It's incredible.
And it seems like every time one comes out, it just makes more money. It's nuts.
Yeah.
It blows my mind that it's like it goes dormant for a little while, then it comes back, and it's just like everyone's on it. Everyone's on the hype train.
Yep. More and more money. And it does not usually go that way for franchises. Usually they kind of peter out.
I just hope they continue their pace.
Yeah.
Because I do like how it's like they come out with one like every few years or so.
Yeah.
Like, last one was 10 years, 2013.
Yeah.
And then 2023. So they waited 10 years for a follow-up.
Give it another decade. That's fine. Yeah, that's good.
And like those Scream movies are just pumping out whatever they're pumping out every year.
Lord, I know.
I have no interest in whatever that franchise is trying to do.
Well,
just belittling their fan base or whatever it is.
That's what I checked out for. It's like they're all but looking directly at the camera and it's just shaming us. It's like, no,
it's
go
ridiculous. One of my all-time favorite film franchises has became like one of my least favorite off the heels of that. It was Scream 5. Oof, no thank you. I don't even mind Scream 4 that much. I'll be honest, I don't mind Scream 4.
I'm not sure I've seen Scream 4.
It's not that bad. It's not as bad as Scream 3, but it's nowhere near as good as the first two.
Yeah.
We talked about Evil Dead, the trailer that you and I got to watch ahead of everyone else, except for the lucky participants of Bruce Fest 2.
Yeah.
Which thankfully we're in 2024 and we do have more Bruce Fest news we can talk about here at the end.
Ooh, teaser.
That's so good that we went for a year thinking, man, it's never going to happen. And now we finally have something. So I'm very appreciative of that.
Ooh.
But so the trailer, we talked about the Evil Dead trailer. It was amazing. It was great. All the little winks and nods. I thought it was awesome that it had a Shining nod in it. And Bruce Fest 2 was, of course, at the Stanley Hotel, which, what a way to tie that in. It was interesting how they did that. I don't know if it was intentional or like planned that way.
Yeah.
But that was cool. And then Mike forced me to watch The Last Kids on Earth.
Oh, yeah.
There was like no reason for an episode that week. I don't remember what Mike wanted me to do. He was like, we need to have an episode for something. So he made me watch a random episode of this random Netflix show got canceled like 3 years ago.
No, it didn't seem to impress you too much, did it?
No, I had no interest in doing that episode. This is my show, and I felt like I was being forced into doing it. Like, I felt like you guys feel like
I was going to say that sounds like how we are sometimes with you, where it's like, oh God, Ty, why are we? Why?
I got to taste my own medicine.
There you go.
It wasn't fun.
Yeah.
But I didn't learn my lesson.
No, you didn't. No, I don't imagine that you would. It's,
I'm stubborn. I don't know.
Yes.
But yeah, that was not a fun experience. I have that show episode resonates. I mean, people listen to it all the time.
Really?
It gets good downloads. People must like the show, I'm assuming. I didn't have good things to say about it. I thought it was pretty mid.
Yeah.
It was not anything I was clamoring to go and watch more episodes of. I feel like that's, if you watch one episode of something and you don't have any interest in watching it again, that's probably not a good sign.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everything should have at least rewatch value, for that one. I'll see it again just for.
Yeah, I did that recently with The Walking Dead, like the first 4 seasons, which I like, and then that was it. Like I just rewatched the first 4 seasons. I check out after that because it turns into like whatever the fuck it turns into.
Right. Yeah.
Some cheap Game of Thrones YA shit. I check out that, but I do go through and watch the first 4 seasons every now and then.
Yeah. I haven't even started that show, and everything I hear from people is like there's just a certain season where they fall off. That everyone has their own season, but they all have a point where they're just like done.
It gets way too big. Like it's like a nice, like the first 4 seasons are nice, like compact, following these characters. And then after that, it becomes this thing where there's like different communities and dozens of characters, and you can't keep up with the story arcs because they have so many characters. It gets wild. It gets a mess. But the first 4 seasons are nice. I rewatch those. But yeah, if you watch an episode of a show and it doesn't hook you, I just don't really have any interest in trying again.
Right. Yeah.
Mike and I also, probably one of the bigger surprises of the year for me was The Love Bug. Mike and I watched that for our Valentine's Day episode because, of course, love.
Right. Of course.
Yeah, needed something for that. That made sense. Have a holiday. We always do the holiday specials. So, of course, to some, Valentine's Day is a holiday.
Yep.
Watch that. That was actually a really interesting one. Don't recall watching it as a kid, but I think I have memories of maybe seeing it somewhere. But that was a weird one because Bruce has like 2 of these like made for TV Disney movies.
Really?
That he did like back to back the same year. Yeah.
Oh, what's the other one?
It's called like Alaska. I think it's called like an Alaskan Tale or something like that. It's like a frontiersman kind of thing. A guy moves to Alaska for the gold rush. I think it might be called Gold Rush, an Alaskan Tale or something like that.
Oh.
Mike and I found it on YouTube. I've kept it in the chamber, for if we ever need an episode.
Oh, right on. Nice.
To
Okay, I
do.
was going to ask.
Yeah.
It's like, where are we at with this one? That makes sense. Yeah.
I told Mike too. I was like, I'd like to have you on that because it's like a Western type thing. I was like, that'd be kind of interesting.
Ooh, I would like that.
Yeah, you like that kind of stuff. But then one of my favorite things you did this year is Tales from the Cult. We came up with that idea at Bruce Fest.
Yep.
We wanted to, as our bank of content dwindles for what Bruce has, we was like, well, where does the show go from here? Obviously, this is a Bruce Campbell fan podcast. Why don't we talk about the Bruce Campbell fans?
Oh yeah, I thought that was such a good idea, and like meeting the fans at Bruce Fest was like, oh, they're so warm and welcoming, great people. So that was really cool to have several of them on the show. I know. I really want to try to continue that this year. Maybe that's something we can do here. Oh, definitely. Here at some point. Yeah. Because it's the Bruce fans, unlike any other fan. I mean, that was the best thing about Bruce Fest was just being in this community with just other like-minded people, just other Bruce fans. Like you automatically had something to talk to everyone about. Yes. You had something in common. You had a shared like of something. So that was the best part about it. So of course, having the Bruce Fest, Bruce fans on the episode, it was great. And one of the things I learned, I need to remember, is to like just not stop recording. Oh, right. Because it seemed like every time I'd have like them on, especially Freckus and Ash. Both of them, recorded, and then we get done with recording. I hit stop, and then like we would just bullshit for like 20 minutes afterwards. Oh, it was insanity. It was like it was so much good, entertaining stuff, and like then really interesting stuff too. And it's just really interesting. Yeah, it's not recorded. Ash just like randomly dropped on me at her husband was cinematographer on like one of my favorite bad movies, Carnosaur. It was like Blue. I was like, that's like one of my all-time favorite like B monster movies. And she just like casually mentions it off air, like, yeah, we're film people. My husband, he's a cinematographer on Carnosaur. Just out of nowhere, just boom, like insanity. Yep. It's a shame that Bruce Fest is virtual this year because I would love to have caught him there and got him to sign my Carnosaur DVD. Oh yeah, there you go. Maybe one day, maybe here soon it'll happen. Yeah. But that wasn't so. I've learned that lesson. So next time I do Tales from the Cult, I'm just like going to record the whole thing, and then we'll just figure out where the episode stops. Yeah, just don't stop recording until everyone's disconnected because you never know. It was just wild. Both those times. Yeah. No, I was there for the Ash one too, and it's like we went on probably another 40 minutes, honestly. Yeah, we were just hanging out at that point. It was just a little hangout sesh. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, so that's a lesson learned. But man, those episodes, I love them so much. It was great getting to like put the spotlight on Freckus and Ashley and the Bessie brothers. Oh, they're great. And just hearing them talk about how they became Bruce Campbell fans, how being a Bruce Campbell fan has impacted their lives, and it's so awesome because for whatever Bruce Campbell is that other people is just like B-movie guy. He's like a hero to a lot of people. And to me he's one. And I mean, it's nuts that this guy who is just a B-movie horror guy has such an impact on people's lives. So much so that there's a festival in his name. In his name, carrying his honor. Yeah, and he's there for it. It's not just someone doing like, oh, I want to do a Bruce Campbell fest. No, like he's there as part of it. He's there with the fans. Yeah. It's a great feeling. It makes you really appreciate this fandom. And that's what Tales from the Cult was all about. Yes. Was just appreciating the fandom that Bruce has drawn in, because everyone I've met from Bruce Fest and the people around Bruce Fest are just awesome people. Yeah, incredibly friendly and excited, passionate people. You you can tell they eccentric. They really, I would say eccentric too. All of them are interesting as hell. Yes, it's nuts. They're not just random people. No. Everyone is so damn interesting. Has some sort of talent or passion that's just makes them so damn endearing. I loved every moment we got to spend with the Bruce Fest people. Yeah, and Bruce fans. I love just hanging out with Bruce fans in general. Like the Discord is just one of my favorite things to get notifications on, because everyone there is so fun, and it's nothing but positivity. There's very rarely negativity in that Discord, and I love that. I believe that. Yeah. So great.
But May came around, and May was very, very important to us because May was our 2-year anniversary. We got to celebrate 2 years. I thanked everyone I could think of, and we got to sit down, me, you, Ben, and Bailey, and we watched one of my crowning achievements of this show.
Yes.
Was turning you guys on to Bubba Hotep.
Yes. And we are extremely grateful for that one. Man, that's, I can never get over how good that movie is for what the premise is.
Oh, it is incredible. It's such a fantastic movie. It's so hard, like you said in the episode. The log line is the hardest thing to get past.
I know.
Because it's so hard to explain to someone. It's like, what's Bubba Hotep? And you have to tell them.
It's
this movie where Bruce Campbell plays Elvis and he fights a mummy.
Yep. Not just Elvis, but elderly Elvis.
It's an elderly Elvis in a retirement home who fights a mummy who's sucking people's souls out of their assholes.
Yeah.
It's like you say that, and it's either going to get like a reaction of like, all right, or no.
Yeah.
Like it's very interesting.
But it's like,
but man, the people I've gotten to watch that movie, I have yet to show it to anyone where they're like, oh, that was terrible.
Good.
Everyone I've had to watch it, they're like, that's awesome.
Good. It means they have taste and integrity.
It does.
Yeah, because that movie is like so heartfelt and funny. For what I just can't believe it, because you're right, man. That log line, it just throws everything off for me.
If there's one thing I know, it's taste.
Yeah. That's what
I'm known for, is my well refined taste in cinema. And that's where I exercise that.
You were talking about that a year ago. I listened to the 2 Groovy Years episode that you did. One man show, by the way. Props to you. That was a great episode.
That was out of nowhere thing. I was sitting around, I was like, man, I don't want to thank everyone, but I didn't want to make a post. I was like, I'm good at recording. I don't want to do a post.
It was so good. It's good. It's a nice reminder to me, too. It's like it's easy to forget just how fortunate we are to have each other and all these talented and fun people and stuff. And so just hearing you kind of going back and reminiscing on it and, thanking everyone that's been involved, I was just kind of like, oh, I'll tell you.
Yeah, that was what it was for. That episode was really for like you guys.
Yeah, which is really probably why I like it so much.
Yeah, that was that was really what it was for. It was like my way of thanking you guys, like the whole Cult Talk Night crew. But
it was so great.
I of course want to make sure I included everyone who's had their hands on Cult Talk Net and Cult of Campbell.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
because it is an important thing to me and us. I mean, we spend a lot of time on this thing.
Yeah.
And we're all fortunate enough to be talented and passionate about what we do.
Yeah, and enjoy each other's company and growing together in all this. And from Cult of Campbell has sprung many other projects and endeavors that have been a blast. So and making new friends along the way. That's the thing I'm most thankful for. As much as I'm thankful for you guys, because we all have grown closer in this whole journey. Oh yeah.
But I am very thankful for like the new friends I've made over this,
Yeah.
People like Selena and Paul of Bruce Fest and Ash and Freckrus and the Vesey brothers, and even like my podcast friends like the Farthest Reaches guys who I met through Cult Talk Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Like it's just so cool that I've met these people through this thing, this little podcast thing. And of course, it's about friends and it's about all the money we make.
Oh yeah,
the money.
Yeah.
This is the best scheme I ever came up with. Printing money.
Just absolutely, yeah. We'll be in profit in 10 years or so, probably, huh?
Yeah, this Bruce Campbell scheme we got going. I came to you guys, said you guys want to know how to print money? Let's start a Bruce Campbell podcast.
Please,
the greatest grift of them all. We're just swimming in it. Yeah. Hopefully, you guys don't hear my gold chains rattling as I cackle.
Just laying on a bed of dollar bills.
Yeah. I'm like Scrooge McDuck. I'm like podcasting right now on a throne made of gold bricks.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is a passion project.
Most definitely. Yes.
I've told everyone, Cult of Campbell at this point is just a passion project because we just love doing it. Let's talk about Bruce, and we went back for that 2-year anniversary, and it just reminded me so much of why we do it, because I love that episode that you, I, and Ben and Bailey did talk about Bubba Hotep. Like, we was just having such a good time just talking about Bubba Hotep. And that was just a fun thing. You know, I gave the rundown of like all those dates I pulled from group chats.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you were talking about a lot of that. Like some of, what was the episode?
Yeah, like
on the iPhone?
the day, like I had like the day we like met about the podcast, the day we bought all the equipment.
That's right.
The first beta episode we recorded. Like I went and pulled all those dates from like group chats. It was
I remember
quite the endeavor.
Yeah, man. You're like an archive. You're like a librarian sifting through the archives. I remember the date you said.
My job is like information. Like I have to find information. So
you're good at this. Yeah.
It's part of my daily routine. So it wasn't too hard for me. But yeah, it was a lot of looking around and just finding these dates. I knew what I wanted. I was like, I wanted these dates. I knew I had to find them somehow.
Yeah. Crazy that we bought our equipment on St. Patrick's Day. That's the only one.
That is the weird thing. That didn't register even the day we bought it. I never like registered like, oh, we bought on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, luck of the Irish blessing the podcast.
That's right. There we go. Yeah, I don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day the way that I used to. It was probably more or less just a normal day for me.
No, I can't celebrate the way I used to. No.
No.
Age catches up to you quick.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Your body changes.
Yes.
You and we celebrated 4th of July together, though.
Oh, yes.
As we reviewed the Bruce Campbell ebook.
Citizen Alex.
Let freedom ring, motherfucker.
Freedom ring, motherfucker. Oh, that was such a fun book.
Yeah, basically like National Treasure meets Die Hard
with Bruce Campbell.
With Bruce Campbell as writing himself as a character, which was wild. And I talked about it in the episode. The crazy thing is like the book has illustrations all through it.
Yeah,
and every time the aforementioned Citizen Alex is featured, it's just Bruce Campbell. It's just they just drew Bruce Campbell, and it's like they weren't even like trying to like hide it. It's like no, this is just Bruce Campbell.
Straight up his face.
Oh
so
man,
fun.
I'm gonna have to do a quick on the air Amazon search and make sure it hasn't came out yet because it says that there's an audiobook coming.
Yes.
So let me just do a quick search real quick.
Sure. Yeah. Well,
see if that is not available yet.
Because
it's not available yet.
Oh darn! Really?
No,
man,
not available
we've waited
yet.
a year.
But it has advertised on it that audiobook as read by the author coming soon. So.
Yeah, and we talked about that in the episode too. I was once because that's one of the episodes I listened to getting ready for this one, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll have to look see if the audio, see if him reading it himself has come out. I don't know. Darn.
I don't know. It's just a 67-page ebook. I think it costs like $3.99, $2.99. So it was super cheap.
Yeah.
And it's like a quick 2-hour read.
Oh yeah,
Like I read it by the pool, so that was fun.
Very entertaining. Very we go listen to the episode, or better yet, read the book and then go listen to the episode. And
the episode's very spoiler heavy. So
it is.
If you plan on reading the book, I would read it and then go listen to our review of it because we loved it.
We had a lot of fun.
Certified Groovy.
Yeah.
It was a great way to ring in 4th of July too.
Yeah, definitely.
Super patriotic. Like I said, it's just got so much it all takes place over in that colonial corner of the United States.
Yep.
So you have all that history, and the main character is a historical buff, and the villains are very oddly historical fanatics as well.
Yes.
To just a cartoony degree, where that makes so much funner.
Oh my god, yeah. The fact that they wanted pheasants for their lunch while they were having their Constitution meeting thing. God.
If you haven't read it, go back and read it because 67 pages, 2-hour read. You can read it over the course of a day. It is awesome.
Yeah.
And it's the whole time you're reading it, you have the luxury of envisioning Bruce Campbell in the lead role.
And you really can just hear his voice in it. And Ty recommended imagining there's a character in there named Renee, and imagining her as Renee
Renee O'Connor.
Renee O'Connor. I thought that was a great idea. It's she fits that perfectly. So that was
that. Then there was another character that I put Ted on.
Oh yeah.
So that was fun.
I can't remember his name. Yeah. So,
I can't remember his name either. But he was
in your mind's eye. Imagine you'll know the guy when you come across him.
Hear it, you'll
be like, oh, there's the Ted character.
Yeah, that was a technique I had to adopt because it's been so long since I read anything. I'm an audiobook guy. I'm an Audible guy now.
I've been forced to be the same. Yeah, although I used to absolutely love reading. Yeah,
I'm trying to get more into reading.
Good. Yeah. Right on.
That's my goal for this year is to read.
Oh, there
more
you go.
books.
Oh, look, you have a New Year's resolution. Oh,
Kinda,
that's
yeah.
great.
I want to
Yeah.
read more. That's
Read
the
more.
thing. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I want to read the Halloween Tree. Like actually read it.
Yes.
So I've listened to the audiobook. I've seen the movie.
Yeah.
I want to actually read it.
That's
so
good.
I'm gonna
That's a
do
good
that.
idea. That's a good.
I'm reading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone right now too.
Oh,
That's
great! Nice.
Yeah, that's why that's my current projects. Get through that, and then I want to move on, of course, to Chamber of Secrets and so on and so
Yeah.
forth.
All right.
So I'm a big fan of the movies. I've never read the books. So
Right.
I should read the books.
They're pretty good. Me and my family read them as they came out. We always kind of fought over who got to read them
that's
first. Yeah.
My sister was big, and my sister's a reading nerd. She's a teacher, so
Okay.
she's very big into like reading. Harry Potter books were like her thing. She did the whole standing in line at Barnes and Noble when the new books came
yeah.
out kind of thing.
Wow.
That the whole thing. So yeah, so she read them. She always had them, but I just never got into them. I was much more occupied with my shitty horror movies to care about
Well,
the books.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, look how that worked out.
Yeah, that's why we're making all that money,
Yeah,
Eric.
all
We're
that- yep. Bank.
banking on it. Yeah. We took a hiatus though, as we did last year or the year before. We took our nice little summer break. We
Yep.
took off the summer. We came back locked and loaded for Cultober, baby.
Oh yeah.
The busiest season of the year.
No kidding. Good
Yeah,
Lord.
that's when I got to call the bank ahead of time, let them know I got some big
Some
transactions.
big
hitting.
deposits coming in. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You gotta let them know, hey, your next couple weeks, you'll be seeing some big numbers in the bank account.
Just be ready.
Yeah, be ready.
Gonna be adding some zeros to
Some
the end of that
zeros.
number.
But no, we came back Cultober, and this year, we were definitely affected by the fact that that we're running thin on the Bruce Campbell stuff,
Yes.
and especially Cultober is like horror, so it like makes it even harder. You gotta
Oh yeah. It's
you
gotta be
can't
upbeat.
pull from like the few things I'm keeping, tucked away for occasions. It's like, no, you
Yeah.
have to do horror stuff.
Yep. Yep.
And we've spent through the Evil Dead franchise, Black Friday,
Oh yeah.
all the Bruce horror stuff, and Apocalypse, Man with the Screaming Brain, Terminal Invasion, all that stuff. So we had to figure out what to do for Cult of Campbell for Cultober.
Yeah.
So we decided to do Bruce and Friends.
Aha.
Yeah. And we did an episode of Creep Show, which if you guys haven't seen, I highly recommend. It's on Shudder. It's called Public Television of the Dead with Ted Raimi.
Yes.
And it's like an unofficial like sequel to it's like an unofficial like chapter in the Evil Dead mythology.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. I mean, they don't necessarily say it's part of Evil Dead, but they don't deny it either. I mean,
Right.
Ted plays himself. He has a Necronomicon. It's been passed to his family for years, and it possesses a public television channel where we get all kinds of winks and nods and some of our childhood childhood idols. We get a puppet lady. We get an Antiques Roadshow guy.
Right. Yeah.
And then we get a Bob Ross-esque
Painter.
character who we all just fell in love with.
Oh, he was great. Yes.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but man, we fell in love with him, and he deserves his own spinoff.
Agreed. Yes. Heck yeah. That was a fun episode to watch.
Yeah, I've been holding that one for a while. Like it came out like years ago,
Yeah.
a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I specifically was like, I'm not gonna watch it because we can work it into the show somehow. So I'm glad I held off on that and watched it, and we got to review it because it was a blast. The Creep Show, the new series on Shudder, well, not new, it's been on for a few years.
Right.
It's a very mixed bag. It's like some episodes are good, some episodes aren't. You get 2 stories per episode. They might both be, duds,
Right.
or there might be a good one and a bad one. It might be both good. It's a very mixed bag, but that was definitely one of the better stories I've seen on there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I had to come up with another thing to do for Bruce Campbell, so I found a vaguely horror-centric episode of Psych, a TV show I'm not a very big fan of because I'm not a big fan of procedurals. I've said that many a times on my Cult Talk Net time that I just don't like procedurals. They don't hit it for me.
Just not your thing.
No, they're very boring. Mike, however, loves procedurals.
Yeah, he does. He likes
procedurals and TV shows for little girls. That's Mike's 2 things. If you can make a procedural for little girls,
he would love it.
Yeah, he'd binge it. He'd binge the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I got to sit down and watch that with Mike as well as Essie, the editor of Cult Talk Conspiracy. And it was super cool because, one, Mike and Essie are big Psych fans. So they were able to fill me in on all this stuff because this is like this isn't the last episode of Psych. It's the episode before the last episode of Psych.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like almost to the end of the show.
So, yeah, they're assuming if you're watching this episode, there's a lot that they don't have to.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff. They were like dropping little references and stuff, and they just like drop and move on. I was like, what does that mean? And luckily, I had Mike and Essie there
to fill
me in. And it was really cool because Essie, Psych is filmed in his hometown. So he had like little roles throughout. He had like little like background appearances all through Psych.
That is so cool.
And him and his brother were like kid 1 and kid 2 on like an episode or 2, or guy on bike. They were like that on Psych.
Oh, he's had such a cool life.
Yeah, so that was cool. He was able to fill in, like he knew things about there'd be buildings in the background. He knew like, oh, that right there is actually so and so. Yeah, that was really fun. That was a really unique addition to that episode.
Get a real behind the scenes peek at it.
Yeah, the episode was a mess though. I did not like the episode of Psych. It was It was a little not enough Bruce in it. It was a little too much fan service, but not toward me. It was toward like I guess like.
Psych watchers.
So I'm sure if you're a Psych fan, you probably love it.
Yeah.
A lot of went over my head. And then you, me, and Urs, we jumped the shark.
Yeah.
We watched an episode of Reboot, a random animated show from the 90s.
Oh, my God.
That didn't even feature Bruce Campbell in it. It featured some guy saying groovy that looked kind of like Bruce. The episode is like a rehash of Evil Dead, but for kids.
In a video game computer world.
In a video game. So that was like the appeal of that episode.
Yeah.
It was, that's the jump the shark moment.
Big time.
But we did it.
We did it. I think we didn't rate that one groovy or not groovy, did we? Because
I don't think so. I don't think we, I
think we just rated it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we just like gave it a rating. I don't know. Yeah. We couldn't rate it groovy or not because it didn't have actual Bruce in it.
Right. So it wouldn't necessarily.
But you and I and Mike, we celebrated Halloween Eve with a long-awaited review of Evil Dead Rise.
Oh yes,
latest entry in the Evil Dead franchise, and we put you on the spot. I shockingly gave it a not groovy, whereas Mike gave it a groovy, and it was on your shoulder to determine the fate of Evil Dead Rise.
Why do you guys do this to me?
And you gave it a groovy.
Of course, yes. There we go.
Groovy. I don't think you have yet to give an Evil Dead anything a not groovy.
Maybe I haven't.
I don't think so. I don't think you have. I've given 2 entries of Evil Dead.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
I did. Evil Dead Original and Evil Dead Rise. I've given not groovies. Yeah.
Maybe I'm too nice. Maybe you just love Bruce Campbell. I do. It's just more and more.
More and more. And this Christmas, what a time it was. We spent, me, you, and Bailey, and it was just me, you, and Bailey. We watched My Southern Family Christmas, the second of the Bruce Campbell Hallmark series. I'm hoping not the last.
Right. Yeah.
I really enjoy those movies.
Let's make it a trilogy. Come on.
I hope it's give us a trilogy. We watched that, gave it a certified groovy.
Yep.
So far, both of the Hallmark Christmas movies we watched have came out as certified groovies.
Oh yeah, definitely. He does shine in those Hallmark movies, doesn't he?
He does. He is a beacon of light.
Yes.
Amongst the Hallmark, the Hallmark veil of just the schlock and formula and
blown out windows.
Blown out windows. All that.
At least
that was our year, Eric. That was 2023 in a nutshell.
Wow.
It's been a slower year for us, but we've been pretty consistent. We've done a lot of cool things this year. Cult of Campbell 2-year anniversary. Tales from the Cult. We took an odd way through Cultober. We did it.
We did it.
We did it.
Yay, yes. Good job.
Of course, we also had a couple episodes of Cult of Russell here as well. The slog that was a bone tomahawk.
Yeah. Good.
That's a tall dry drink of water.
It really is.
What a movie.
My gosh.
Yeah.
I may as well have walked through a desert myself. It
You
was
basically,
so-
that's what the movie, it's like a walk through the desert simulator. It's like,
you're going to feel
Yeah.
like it at the end.
it's like you're
Goodness.
walking through a desert and all of a sudden a guy gets ripped in half. It's
Yeah,
like the movie
Just out of
ends.
nowhere. Yeah. Oh,
It's
Jesus.
like, that's
Yeah.
the movie.
that's it. And they're like, bye, see ya. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
it's like you're barely staying awake until a man gets eviscerated right before your
right
very
in front of you.
eyes, and then roll credits.
And that's it. Yeah, it really does. It did. It rushed to the end after that, didn't it? But
It did.
good Lord, did they take their time getting to that. Whew.
But we ended on a much more magical note with the Christmas Chronicles 2,
Oh, yeah.
sequel to last year's Christmas episode. So that was fun.
That was long.
But Eric, this year, last year, 2023, I got to meet Bruce for a second time. We got to attend Bruce O Rama
Yeah.
here in our hometown of Columbus, or nearest home city for you.
Yeah.
Columbus, Ohio. We got
Oh,
to see
yeah.
Bruce Campbell talk about all the stuff we love to hear him talk about, telling stories of
Behind
Evil
the scenes
Dead and his
stuff.
career.
Yeah.
He told a hilarious story about the Quick and the Dead with Sam Raimi. That was awesome. A fun time. I got my picture with Bruce for a second time.
Yeah.
And guess what, Eric? It's not over. 2024 has come, and we're so far we're on a 3-year streak right now, Eric.
Oh.
We're coming up on a 3-year streak of interacting with Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is Virtual Bruce Fest coming March 24th.
Oh,
Woo.
my goodness. I
Yeah, we
can't
got-
believe it.
We got 3 months of fun. We're gonna be dropping some very Bruce Fest centric episodes.
Yeah.
I've got some ideas in mind. I got some guests lined up, and we're gonna be part of the festivities. So,
That's
so
so
Bruce
exciting.
Fest, it's going virtual this year, Eric. We don't have to travel to Colorado, which I'm a little bummed about. Not gonna lie.
Right. Yeah.
As we all are. We all wanted that Bruce Fest 2 magic to rekindle. We wanted to be in a perfect little Hallmark town as snow fell and
Yeah. Up in
on
the mountains.
as Christmas loomed. We all wanted that, but
yeah.
we're getting Virtual Bruce Fest. I think is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a different way for us all to interact and have fun with our favorite B movie actor. Our idol to some, Bruce Campbell. It's going to be streaming live March 24th in 2024 this year. You want to know what some of the stuff is going to be included there?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think you've seen this. So
no.
So how about this? You like acting, right?
I do.
How would you like a master class on acting from Bruce Campbell?
Whoa, really?
The
Wait.
Olivier of one-liners, because you're getting it.
Oh, wow.
He's going to be reliving some of his most legendary scenes, giving us all the tips, the tricks, the tidbits, the behind-the-scenes going-ons, some of the
Whoa.
most legendary Bruce Campbell performances, the master class in acting with Bruce Campbell.
Man, is that what it's called? The master class? Because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
real. Oh, spot on name. Man,
Yeah.
that's really Oh, man, I really want that. My God.
Oh, we're going to be there, baby. And not only, we're also going to have an assortment of interactive events, some live guests, which are going to be announced here coming soon.
Ooh,
Next
mystery
few
guests.
weeks, months,
Cool.
we're going to be getting some very juicy details on what Bruce Fest is going to be consistent of, and also some very spooky surprises. That's how they wrote it. I couldn't not say it. They wrote it as that. It's spooky
5 O's or
surprises. Yeah,
Ooh.
it's Halloween in March. Woo.
Ooh. Jesus.
And also the online immersive game experience that continues the ever-growing Bruce Fest story of ancient evil and corporate capitalism.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Yeah, it's going to be the Bruce Fest
Oh.
is live, baby. It's virtual.
Oh.
Bruce has gone viral.
Right there. We have the technology. Send it
Yeah.
to the internet.
Bruce Fest is online. It's going to be. I was so surprised that this took place. I think all of us were kind of waiting with bated breath
Yeah.
for the announcement. When is Bruce Fest 3 going to happen?
Yeah.
And we got it. It's virtual now. I know a lot of people were like, "Why is it virtual?" there's a lot of different reasons, but hey, we're getting to hang out with Bruce. We're getting a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and we all, most importantly, get to experience it together.
Yeah.
As one big Bruce Campbell fandom.
Right. It's going to be a great opportunity for everyone, and it's more accessible for everyone. If you can't make the travel, this is going to be the perfect chance for you to get to interact with more fans of Bruce Campbell. This is exciting.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm
it's something
pumped.
that's going to be a lot more accessible for people.
Yeah, come on.
You kick back in your recliner, you pull your laptop up, and you let the groovy times roll.
Yeah, seriously. Ooh.
Now, the pre-sale tickets unfortunately ended yesterday, December 31st.
Okay, yeah.
But the general admission tickets will be on sale in February, so keep an eye out for that. And you can keep an eye on that by following @BruceFestOfficial on Instagram and also checking the website brucefest.co.
All right.
And we'll be keeping you guys in the loop, dropping details as we get them. I say we got some very Bruce Fest-centric episodes coming, so make sure you guys keep yourselves tuned in here because it's going to be a fun next few months. And we hope you're all along for the ride. We hope to see everybody at Bruce Fest Virtual. That does it for us, Eric.
Okay.
We wrapped up 2023.
Wow.
In a nutshell. The groovy year that it was. And we're continuing on. We'll be back here in a year.
Yeah.
To break down 2024. And hopefully it's as groovy as this year.
Oh, it's got to be. Oh, it's going to be.
Did you ever think you'd be on a 3-year streak of interacting with Bruce Campbell?
Hell no. No, I did not think that.
Never.
I remember when we were excited that we got a like from him on something on our Instagram post.
Yeah, on Christmas Eve, he liked one of our Instagram posts one time.
Yeah, and that was great. I mean,
we were sharing it back and forth. We did it. We made it.
We were very grateful.
Shut the doors. We're not getting any further than this.
We've hit the top, baby.
We've hit it.
We were so happy.
Mission accomplished. Let's call it a night. But no, here we shared a stage of Bruce Campbell.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I wish I could remember more of that. I was in such a nervous wreck.
Yeah.
You guys have heard us go on about that.
If it wasn't for the pictures, I don't think you'd believe it.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
Eric, everyone that's listening, they can, of course, find Cult of Campbell here on Mondays. I don't know what our schedule's going to look like here in the next few months, but of course, with Bruce Fest comes more content. So
absolutely.
I'm sure you'll be hearing Eric and I babble on about more stuff here in the coming months. So but you can hear myself on Cult Talk Conspiracy, which drops every other Tuesday. That's Bailey and I, our conspiracy podcast. We're talking about conspiracy, and this year we're talking about all things unknown. So we're expanding on the stuff we're going to talk about this year. So it's going to be a meaty year. A lot more stuff to make you question everything, as we say on Cult Talk Conspiracy, and that's available on all podcast platforms. And you can hear Eric.
Yep.
Cult of Lore. Eric, Cult of Lore is taking a little break through January, right?
Yes, that's right. So we'll be taking a little break through January, and we're coming back full swing in February with some new episodes, and that'll be with me, Ben, and Jerry. And we're very excited. In the meantime, we've got a couple of Ty was kind enough to put together some compilation videos of for us. So of our
one's 6.5 hours.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, we sure do cover it, don't we? Good Lord,
yeah. Do. And the hell, that's only like chapter, volume 1, book 1, some shit like that.
Yep. Yeah.
Where's the rest of it, Eric?
Forthcoming. There's a lot to cover. A lot of it's Warhammer, and there's a ton.
Book 1 lasted 6.5 hours.
Yeah.
Book 2 better be coming at some point.
Eventually.
We'll get... and of course, we have a bunch of stuff you guys can check on youtube.com/culttalknet. Also, check out Cultober Plus, where we put out new content around holidays. And at the end of every Friday, the last Friday of every month, you'll be getting a very special Cultober classic episode that's never been released on podcast platforms before. So a little throwback. We're calling that Final Fridays, the final Friday of every month.
Oh, that's a good name.
You get a little throwback. So
you have such good names that you come up with.
Yeah,
Ty's the name
gift.
guy.
It's a gift.
It is.
It's a gift and a curse. I'm infinitely marketable.
Just exponentially marketability.
It's a curse.
Terrible.
But hey, we all benefit off of it, baby.
Heck yeah.
Ching, ching.
Please like, share, subscribe, review.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe, donate down in the description. There's a little donate button.
Cult Shop.net.
Cult Shop.net. Get yourself a Bruce
mug.
Campbell soup mug. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
But there you have it, guys. Make sure you follow us at Cult Talk.net across the board. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all the things. Check all the podcast platforms for Cult Talk Conspiracy, Cult of Campbell, Cult of Lore, Cultober Plus.
Yeah.
And hey, if you want a little slice of summer here in these dreary winter months, go check out American Pie Slices from last year, where Mike and I, for some reason, stretched the hour and a half long movie of American Pie into about 9 hours worth of content.
I thought that was great. That was such a good breakdown. So good. No. Yeah.
Comprehensive.
Very, very much so. They took it scene by scene. I was very impressed. Yeah.
But there you guys have it. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being the most groovy listeners on the planet.
Seriously.
And we hope you are all as excited as we are for virtual Bruce Fest.
Heck yeah. And pat yourselves on the back, because none of it would happen without you guys, the fans. There wouldn't be a Bruce Fest. There wouldn't be a Bruce O Rama. There wouldn't be a Cult of Campbell. And therefore, not a cult of Cult Talk.net without all of you. So we are incredibly grateful for you guys. Thank you for sticking with us for 3 years, and here's to many more.
Yep. And check out Bruce Fest Official on Instagram and brucefest.co for more details on virtual Bruce Fest. Right. I've been Ty.
I've been Eric.
And until next time, stay groovy.
Hail to the king, baby.
That's it? That's the best you got?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.